Hi everyone, I'm Catherine from Break Free with EFT, and today I want to talk about trying to juggle motherhood and business and life in general. So I have here with me my daughter Lily. Say hi. She's nearly 19 months and working on my own business and trying to obviously look after her has certainly had its challenges. So one of them is trying to do both at once, which I'm sure you're all familiar with if you have a business. So what I want to focus on today is doing some tapping on feeling stretched to the limit and overwhelmed by responsibility. So it's something I think that a lot of people resonate with, and there's a lot of guilt associated with, taking time for you and also taking time to make something of yourself, whether that be in business, whether that be doing something to do with fitness, whatever it is. Sometimes we can suffer from a bit of the guilt, and tapping is a really great way to get rid of that. So if you don't know what tapping is, basically it's like an emotional version of acupuncture but without needles. So let's get into it straight away before I get too distracted. So first of all, I want you to start on what we call the karate chop point, okay? And the great thing is that when we're actually tapping, with screaming children in the background, whatever, if we are doing something like this, they can actually follow along too if they're, young enough or old enough, to comprehend what's going on. Otherwise, that can actually help to silence them, because we're working with energy, and energy is transferable. So if we're nice and calm, that's going to be, obviously transferred to our kids as well. And they're going to make sure that we're making sure that they're not going to be, running amok or, picking up on our anxiety too. So the best thing that we can do for them is to work on ourselves at the same time. So let's start doing some tapping. All right, Lily, you can join in too. So just repeating after me. Even though I'm feeling really stretched to the limit, and part of me is finding it really hard to deal with all of these things at once, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm finding it really hard to do my business and be a mum. And I'm really struggling juggling the both of them. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Don't touch my computer. Okay, top of your head. All of this overwhelm. It's really hard to concentrate when I have a screaming child. I'm just finding it so hard to tick off my to-do list. And I feel pulled in all directions. If I try to focus on a task other than my child, I then start feeling really guilty. All of this mum guilt. Don't touch that. It's really hard to take time for myself. And part of me feels like a bad mum letting my child cry. But I choose to relax now and let go of all of this anxiety. I can do both. And the best thing I can do for my child is to be calm. Because when my kids are calm, I'm calm. And when I'm calm, so are they. All of this overwhelming feeling This feeling of being stretched in all directions. And all of this mum guilt. Release and let it go now. It's okay for me to let it go. I choose to complete my tasks with peace and ease. And know that by completing my tasks and doing my work, I'm also helping my children. It's safe for me to release all of this stress now. I am deeply safe. Okay, so taking a nice deep breath in and out. And I want you to check back in with your feeling, with the feelings that, of overwhelm, of mummy guilt, of stress, anxiety, all of those things. Just check back in and see how they're going, how you may have changed, if you feel less stressed, more calm. Sometimes when we release stress and anxiety, we're able to think about things differently, problem solve more easily. And obviously, if you have a family, that's a really good thing to be able to do. And you can also notice the difference as well. When we first start tapping, our children can be all over the place and screaming and carrying on. But by the end of it, as you can see now, they're nice and calm because they're picking up on our energy. So the best thing that you can do as a mother is work on yourself, and that's self-care. And that's part of what I do every day, is tapping, because it helps me to become, a better person, but it also helps me to, manage her stress, and for her to understand how to manage stress herself too, because they're picking up from us constantly. They're picking up how we handle stress, how we deal with life. So if we can do something like this, and especially if they can pick up on it, that's an amazing gift that we can give our children. So make sure that you give yourself some time to work on things like this. And if you're in the middle of chaos, do some tapping and see how it might help you. If you'd like more information, please contact me at Catherine@breakfreewitheft.com, or have a look at my website, which is breakfreewitheft.com. And I'll chat to you soon. Happy tapping.